I have a problem. The look of this 350 has been bothering me for such a long time. So we're gonna fix that. And just to let you in on a little secret, this video is the real reason why I removed my front bumper in the first oil leak video for the Shelby. If you were to look at all these three cars from the back, you can tell that there's something missing with the Shelby. Then when you look at the front of these three cars, one of them is missing some spiciness. Clearly not these two, but the Shelby is. You get the point. See, my main issue with the Shelby is that it's not a shopping cart like these two, and I love to drive shopping carts. So when I had the boy racer look on the Shelby, you know, it didn't really fit because I didn't have the race slicks, but now I do. And there's also a secondary reason why I'm getting these, and that's clearance for the front, because I'm about to put that big splitter back on, so I need all the clearance I can get. And also something that's very, very important to me, that's just a little bit annoying, is then when I put it on the lift. So hopefully with these tires, I have enough clearance that I just have to put the Shelby on the planks and I no longer have to jack it. I had this on the car years ago, and the design of the splitter is off of the FP350, and I love it so much. I've been missing it on the Shelby. All it's been doing is collecting dust, but not anymore. Looking at these tires, I'm pretty sure that the rear will fit, but I do have a concern for the front. I totally forgot that this car is not a square setup and it's more narrow in the front. So I am not too sure if they're going to fit in the front. I put them side by side and it doesn't look like it, but once I remove these, I'm going to put them next to each other to then confirm if it does. If not, then I guess I just have to keep these for now until I order new ones. Side note, still no oil leaks, yay! I laid them all here side by side to have a better look at them. So the rear, it's not looking too bad. It is a little taller, just a little bit, but expected, so I can have just a little bit more clearance here. Now the front, honestly, it's not looking too bad, but that's just me. I may be wrong. It is much taller, but that's exactly what I want. So once these are on, hopefully they all fit, meaning the front. It'll now be a square setup tire-wise, not wheel-wise, because the front and the rear have a different offset, the rear being just a little bit wider. I mean, I'm sure the front tires will fit, but I'm just a little bit concerned, like when I turn left or right, if it's gonna rub. So I may have to go a little bit more aggressive with that camber. By the way, these are racing slicks from a Ferrari Challenge race car. I just thought that was cool. All right, let's go get these mounted. Now we have the new tires mounted. They look so good already, especially with like the yellow writing. It's so fresh right now, it looks so good. I know it's gonna wear off, but damn, look at them. I'm a bit impatient because I put on the tires first. I need to remove the front tire still because I need more room to work with here in the front, but I just really wanted to make sure that they fit. It looks like they do. It's a really, really tight fit. I would have to drive it out just to see if it rubs on anything, but it looks good though. It looks really good. The good news is I no longer need the jack. I just need the planks and I can clear this arm. This is a win-win for me. This looks really good and I really like how it closes that fender gap more. It sits really, really nice. The suspension, of course, still needs some time to settle, but it gives it a lot more clearance. So again, good for the arms, and it's going to be much better for the splitter. The front splitter is now on. It looks so nice. Let me tell you, this is not something I can do by myself. It's definitely a two-person job just because it's very heavy and it's even on top of these two stools here just to hold it up, but you really have to just kind of readjust it many times, and there's some bolts that you really have to fight through. So definitely two people struggling at the same time. It does have 4 holes without any bolts. And you know, I'm not sure if I had any hardware on it before, but I don't think so because all of this was all together. I had it all together since years ago when I took this off. And then these 2 holes right here are for the end rods, which connect. Again, this was done many years ago. These holes were made back then when I first installed this on the support brace just to get to the back of this and install these connections here. So now the only thing left to do is to put this on the car, and this again is a two-person job because now it's even heavier than before. This is how the front splitter looks. This looks nice, exactly what I remembered it looking like. It does have a front tooth missing, but that's because I'm missing the spacer for that other end rod. So I need to spend some time at Home Depot and figure out what I got 5 years ago when I first installed this. But the front now is looking like a race car. We're getting there. The rear is much easier than the front because it's less steps involved. I just need to remove this liner and then I'll be able to get to the bolts to remove the wing that's there now, and everything is already pre-drilled. So it already has the holes here, but I kind of forgot. So I need to go back to my own YouTube video to see the steps that I did when I installed this, and I can remember. Now to remove this replica, this R replica wing, which, you know what, I usually get like hate for this wing. I don't know why. It's not an R, don't put the replica wing. But I like changing wings, you know, depending on what I'm feeling. I just feel like the stock wing is too, this one is good. I'm not gonna miss it because I like the bigger wing even more. This support plate needs to go all the way here towards the right, and then I can put this bolt through it. Kind of need to play around with it. Then, right there, it sits there, so now I can put the pedestal here. I remember when I was first doing this took forever, and I was so afraid of drilling into my trunk. Now, I'll drill in it any day. But this makes it so much easier once you already have everything pre-drilled, because you just need to put everything back on where it belongs, and then that's it. Now this other support plate goes here in the back, inside the trunk, and then we can just add the rest of the hardware. The wing is installed. What an easy process. Everything's easier when you already have everything pre-drilled. It looks absolutely perfect. How I missed this. Now I can finally push my shopping cart. I know shopping carts aren't for everyone, but these 3 shopping carts right here, they're very, very fast. Now I'm going to push it out here in the middle of the shop so we can have a better look at this whole look together, and hopefully the suspension has settled by now. Here's a quick look of it. It looks amazing. It sounds nice. And it looks very fast, just sitting still. So now I like the front, I like the side, and I like the rear. All around, it looks perfect. It's been a lot of fun working on the GT350. There are a few more things that I want to do to it, something with the exhaust, and also something with the engine. So that's coming really soon. So now that it has this whole track look again, and I really like the look of it right now, I tried, you know, that kind of like soft, subtle look. Not for me. This look right here is definitely on me. I absolutely love it. And now that it has the whole track look, when it gets cold, I might take it to a track. Yeah. All right. Bye.